the elite people or the people who carry themselves away are hoping you remain apathetic about what's going on, because the less people that vote are involved, the less people that they will have to control or keep in a certain box, keep away from understanding true public service. Now, how do we approach this from this point? Now we've covered public service. Now this is the reasons why we all should engage in the political or civic duties, I should say. This is the reasons why we should, because you live here, you are a part of what's going on. They're still using you whether you're involved or not. They're still making money off of the fact that you live here. Every citizen, once you get to a certain number of citizens, you get a certain stipend or benefit. Certain things come with that as it relates to city status and that sort of thing. So one way or another, they're benefiting off you, even if you're in poverty. The programs and the different things that happen, they make money off of that. So now, let's get into the things that this has created. The issues of the day, the issues that you're seeing in your city come from what I just set forth as it relates to lack of public service. Now we're going to highlight some key issues real quick. All right? We have crime or public safety. Then there's the quality education. And then there's taxes. Okay? And then there's the quality of public service as it relates to the police, as it relates to the code enforcement, as it relates to potholes and that sort of thing. And of course, then the one other issue, I guess what can be joined by the hip with that would be cleaning the city up. Okay, so let's sort of open the door a little bit to a lot of this. Now we set the stage for understanding public service. Now we set the stage for understanding how we should be moving as it relates to this and why you should engage and be involved. Once you understand what to look for, then you can put the right people in place, then that's half of your problem. Half of your problem is solved once you know what to look for, and then therefore put the right people in place that's not going to keep stealing because they think it's theirs. They steal because they believe it's theirs. They believe that they have earned the right to access this stuff. That's the ego talking. They're not servants. It's okay. Now, issues. Your public safety naturally will come from understanding the lack of the economics. Let's just say hypothetical. Now, we're not going to say we're going to throw money at the situation, but let's talk about how Gary got from its booming days to where it was. In order to solve every single problem and every issue, you have to go to the root of the problem, because if you just attempt to just throw not just money at it, but if you attempt to just throw a Band-Aid on top of it, you're still not going to see the problem solved. Okay, so we're going to lock them up and throw away the key for crime. Well, indeed, there needs to be punishment for crime, but the question is that going to solve your problem? So we have to analyze to try. We don't want to just simply keep locking people up without finding out and dealing with the real issue, going to the root of each problem, so that we can not only have stricter ways of dealing with it, but more importantly, finding ways from a human development perspective of how we can minimize the crime itself. Let's try to deal with it from a redemptive and a productive way. Now, this is how we do it. Now, one key thing about dealing with issues is, along with the qualifications of your servant leader, they need to be able to, in this particular case with Gary, some crisis management going on here, some creative outlets, some ways to be able to address the real issues without simply just following some textbook manual to say this is how we're going to fix it, without understanding the internal needs of the city itself. Okay, so with all that being said, the issues. The source of the problem is where we're going to go right now.